Every day, your BMW delivers high performance. And if it is to remain fully functional, there must be flawless interplay between all parts. The safety systems in your BMW react to an accident in a split second, coordinating the deployment of all necessary safety features from airbags to seatbelt pretensioners to active headrests. The result? You and your passengers are assured of the best possible protection, whatever the type and intensity of the collision.
I think BMW doesn't get enough credit for the amount of time and effort and money they spend on safety in their vehicles. Clearly, people drive BMWs because they're fun to drive, they're performance cars, I like them. Having said that, they're incredibly safe, and it's just one of those things that I don't think gets enough credit.
Well, if you have an impact, there are so many unknowns around you that you really want to rely on a system which has been proven and well designed. And if you go for a counterpart, you don't know where it came from, you don't know whether it's been tested or proven, you don't know the timing behind, you just know it was this price.
The purpose of the car's airbag system is to reduce the risk of injury to the vehicle's occupants when a crash occurs. The driver's airbag is located in the steering wheel impact plate and is equipped with a gas generator. A two-stage generator is installed in the US version of vehicles, which can be used to activate the stages at short or long time differences, depending on the severity of the crash detected and taking into consideration the seat position. Safety components that are not BMW original parts may not function properly and should not be used. Testing of counterfeit airbags has shown the bags to improperly inflate.
Things that occur during a motor vehicle crash are very complex, actually, and related to the speed of the vehicle, the direction of impact, the number of impacts, and then partly related to what happens specifically to the occupant in that circumstance. So modern vehicles are designed primarily to assume that you are seated in an appropriate position with your seatbelt on, and that all of the safety countermeasures that come out are going to deploy in the proper and designed fashion. If any of those things are not quite correct, you put yourself at risk.
Drivers!
It's not only the timing of the ignition of the airbag and the deployment and the positioning, it's also the power which goes into the cushion and the deflation.
So if an airbag doesn't deploy or doesn't deploy correctly, then clearly the occupant is going to be at greater risk of injury and death, right? Again, the safety systems of each individual vehicle are designed to act in concert, and they expect that there's an appropriately sized airbag here and an appropriately sized airbag here, and that your seatbelt has a certain amount of restraint, and that puts you in the optimal position to withstand the forces of a crash. If the front airbag is not shaped correctly or sized correctly, or the side airbag is not shaped correctly or sized correctly, or they don't fire in the appropriate fashion because the airbag module has been tampered with or is not correct, all of those things are going to impact the safety of the vehicle and clearly the outcome. And these are very serious things because the force that's required to generate the airbag deployment means you're in a relatively significant crash. So we're not talking about minor fender benders here. We're talking about crashes that lead to serious injury and death.
It is important to always use original BMW parts. Perfect performance can only be achieved if all parts are precisely matched to the requirements of each individual BMW model. This is how you obtain top quality and optimum safety.